So guys, today we are doing another video on Noob Tower Defense, and this is an exciting one actually because we are going to be doing solo extreme with no modifiers bar the last life, and this should be really fun because I know that a lot of people have been struggling with this, me included, don't tell anyone. So yeah, the units we're going to be using is the Railgunner Retro. I've literally not got any trait on it other than speed 1, so it's not like you need Apex, you don't need anything massive. Obviously that would help, but I just want to show you that you can do this with bare minimum. I'm going to be using Veteran, Minigunner, Farm, Musician and 1x. So the basic strategy with this is that we are going to be trying to get the 1x's out as soon as possible, and we want to be making sure that all the railgunners are out by the time that the skateboarders start to come in. So let's just get right into it. I'm really happy to try this out. I did do this on my own just a second ago, and I know it definitely works. So first of all, you want to place a 1x right in this corner here, just so that it can deal with the incoming wave, because otherwise you're never going to be able to do anything against it. Next step would be to place a farm down. This is so that you can afford your second 1x, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that the beginning 1x's are absolutely destroying the waves and not letting any crawlers in. So once we've got the 2x's down, we want to start looking into placing one more farm. Two more farms, should I say. Now what I like to do is, I know that a lot of people might want to play on 2 times and 3 times. If you're a bit more confident with the game and a bit more savvy with the game, 100% would recommend doing it if you can. But if you can't, then just playing it slow is perfectly fine too. I'm going to be playing it slow for the first little bit, and then I'll slow it down at parts. But I just kind of want to show you guys that this strategy does work and that anyone can do it as long as these units requirements are met. So as you can see, we have the 4 1x's all nicely placed, and we're about to get our last farm. What you actually want to do there is you want to upgrade this unit first to level 2, like that. So you're going to have 4 farm level 1s, you're going to have 4 1x's, and you're going to have one of them at level 2. Now the next step, once you've got them to one of them to level 2, is just to start upgrading your farms to level 2. At this point you can skip the waves. Again, if you're completely confident in doing that, then by all means do it. Throughout this strategy you're going to be seeing me hold on to a lot of the wave to try and get to the extra mark that I need for an upgrade. This is intentional, just so that I can kind of make use of everything that I've got. Again, you can speed this up if you want to, but it's going to be very, very accurate in terms of what you need to be doing, where you need to place things, all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't recommend it unless you've got secret units. But if you really want to and you manage to do that, then by all means. So what we're doing now again is we're just upgrading our farms from level 2 and 2 of them to level 3. Here's where we're going to be using the skip, because as you can see, the levitating noobs are starting to roll in. Now because we've set this up in a manner that actually succeeds at the moment, and it seems to be doing pretty well, we should be able to afford our first railgunner in this little corner here. And what the railgunner is going to be able to do is just take out these ones in one hit, no problem whatsoever. We should be perfectly fine. So that will deal with the flying ones that come in that get past your 1x's. Next protocol is to get your last 2 farms to level 3. So you want to make sure that all of your farms are now level 3, going into, I'd say, wave 10 or 11, probably wave 10 at the earliest. Well, wave 9 if you can eco farm that, but wave 10 is ideal. Once you've got the farms to level 3, what you want to do is you want to place another railgunner, and this is just going to cover the excess flyings that are going to start coming in, but also because we want to start placing down what's going to be our main strategy. And the main strategy here is the railgunners just doing absolutely everything for us. Now, next step, get them both to level 2. So again, if you want to eco farm this and you just kind of want to wait, I am going to speed up just a little bit, but if you want to do what I'm doing here, where you get the 2,500 just before we go on to the next wave, I would recommend doing that, and then we can go ahead and skip. because now we're going to be getting all of our farms to the max level, which is a level 4. Now here, again, I'm going to wait just before the wave ends, and I'm going to get that 3,000, enough to put 2 farms up to make sure that the economy that I get after the wave finishes is more. And then I'm just going to finish this last one here. Again, wave 13, 14, you should really be finishing the farms off. Now, next step is just to get all of your railgunners out. So you want to get all of them out in a line that I'm going to show you now. It can be pretty finicky sometimes to get them out, but if you just take your time, don't rush the waves, just kind of do what you need to do. Wow, I completely failed there. It's perfectly normal. This strategy is very dependent on it's very dependent on placement and stuff like that. You will notice that sometimes you might fail it. It's not a guaranteed 100 strategy unless you have really good traits on your people, especially the wave gunner. But we should be fine. I mean, you're going to average 1 death every couple of runs. It's not going to be very much. And if you've got the revives there to blast through for grinds, then I would definitely recommend using them. It's not as if it's a massive hindrance to yourself. But more than likely you're going to be blitzing through these runs. You probably have better traits than I do as well anyway, so I'm sure you guys will be perfectly fine. Now what we want to do is we want to get all of the railgunners and we want to get them all to level 2. Now do not do the systematic approach of getting 1 railgunner up to level 5. That's not how you need to work it. What you need to think about in this run is, at the moment, they are the ones that are carrying this run. They're the ones that are literally the backbone of what's going on here. So we need to make sure that all of them are equally leveled, just to ensure that they can actually carry us through these waves. I'm really miffed that we died there, but you know what, it happens. I'm glad to show it on the video, because I don't want to edit it out, just because I want to show you guys that this isn't a 100% proof strategy that it's going to work, and there are going to be some kinks in it with the wrong sort of traits and stuff. But again, with the right traits, we probably would have been fine there with our railgunner. Now, once all of them are level 2, the next step would be to get your railgunners to level 3. Sorry, yes, I was correct, level 3. I like to focus on the front ones because they're going to be the ones that are going to hit the most when it comes to the front lines rushing in. But we'll get them all to level 5 eventually anyway, so it's not a massive issue. But do whatever your personal preference yourself. Again, I just think that these front ones are much better to do based on the fact that you can actually reach things that are coming in. After you have done that though, after you've got them all to level 3, the next step that you want to do is you want to go and get a DJ, and you just want to place them on the upper end here, roughly about here, and you want to max him out. Now this is just so that we can get more range on our units, especially on them railgunners. You want to make sure that this railgunner is being hit, because if it doesn't, then it's going to make a massive difference to your grind. And then the next step to this would just be placing 3 veterans in a line like so, and upgrading them to level 3. So next step is you're going to want all of your railgunners up to the max level. So again, start systematically doing them in order. So you want to start from the ones that are level 2 at the back or at the front, depending on how you've done them, and you want to start systematically getting them all to level 3, to level 4, and then finally to level 5. Now this is important. I am not going to skip the waves, because I did this on my last run that I completed, and I would have been fine if I didn't rush the last couple of waves here. And instead what I did was I skipped, thinking that I would have been fine, and I actually wasn't. And it caused a few leakages with the skateboarders. Now obviously in this run I can't afford to do that because I had an early leakage, which is a very rare occurrence. You shouldn't leak the one that I did if you've done it correctly. I might have just had a little bit of a bad placement on one of my railgunners, but that's fine. As I said, it doesn't need to be pitch perfect, you just need to be able to clear this difficulty. At the moment we're doing pretty well. I think we're doing pretty decent with the fact that I did an early leak, which I'm still thinking about now. That is going to haunt me, by the way guys, that's going to haunt me. But yeah, we're just systematically getting them all to level 4. The biggest grind is going to be getting them to level 5 and keeping these buffs on them to make sure that their speed is up. Now, just while I am getting these guys up and I'm just kind of coasting through, the main strategy here is the fact that, like I said before, you want all of your railgunners to be doing the heavy lifting. You want your veterans to make them attack faster so that they can lift even heavier. And then you're going to want these 1Xs to carry you through the earlier parts of the stages to get you to the max farms and to get you to your first railgunner. And then the musician is really there just to boost the range so that you can do a bit more damage over a longer stretch of map. So this is going to be the real test here. I think we should be fine because I'm not skipping the waves. Again, this might go differently for you guys if you are auto skipping. I do recommend turning it off. I don't recommend putting it on unless you have secrets, but if you have secrets, I'm pretty sure you should be able to do this strategy with modifiers perfectly fine. But for me, because I'm doing it on a very budget build, and I want you guys to be able to do this if you're not having the luck of getting secrets and people aren't, you don't even got the stuff to trade them, I want you guys to be able to complete this. So for the sake of the video, I'm just going to keep it slow, keep it on 2 times, no auto skipping, and I'm just going to coast through, and I'm going to show you that this is possible. And I do think that this is the best money farm in my opinion, just because of how good the money is at the end, and I will show you it once it pops up at the top right, just so that you guys can see how much money you are getting from this each run, and especially if you are confident enough to run it 3 times or auto skip, then you'll be getting it a lot quicker than what I am. Right, so we've got all of the gunners, the people to level 5. Now what you want to do is you want to get one of your veterans to level 5 as well, and you just want to stop your chaining for this wave 29. So on wave 29 you stop chaining and you just focus on upgrading all of the one of the veterans to level 5, and then you want to make sure that you're getting a unit like minigunner out to upgrade him and just get a bit more damage in there for this boss. So once the boss comes out, you just want to spam the energy builds. You should be perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything else. I am just going to throw the upgrades on the 1Xs. You don't have to, but I'm going to. But as you can see, throw the abilities out whenever you can. Don't wait on them because he does stun. So you don't want to wait on his abilities and then he ends up stunning you out of your veterans and then they can't get the attack boost, which would probably end the run, to be honest. But yeah, we're doing really well here. As you can see, we should do it. No problem whatsoever. Again, more optimal builds are trait railgunners. My ones aren't void yet, so that's another damage boost. And then obviously secrets like Juggernaut, King, all that kind of stuff, they're going to help you massively. But if you have these units, you can see right here, managed to do it perfectly fine. 1 leakage, 1 gem. I think without the leakage we would have been fine. It would have been deathless. And as you can see, I've got VIP pass on, but you put a pot on that, a T5 part or a T4 part, you're going to be getting like 5,000, 6,000 coins each time. And the better your deck gets, the better your grindage gets, because you're just going to be able to put more modifiers on it and then in turn be able to grind more coins. Again, massive shout out to VVX. Trading values, all the up-to-date values are on there if you are looking to trade units, and there will be a Discord link, social links to all of my stuff and some of their stuff, so that you guys can have the best value for your units and you don't get scammed out of, people trying to get more off of you. Thanks for watching anyway, I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe and share the video, it really does help. Please join the Discord below. We've got a lovely community going and you can ask for help there. We're always there talking and we're always there just trying to vibe and have fun, especially with this game. I think it's, again, and I can't sing its praises enough. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching and take it easy, guys.